Hello everybody and welcome back. In this video, we will discuss how to display the numbers 1 to 15 in binary form using 4 LEDs. That means we want to display the binary format of the numbers from 1 to 15 by turning on the LEDs whenever there is a 1 in the binary format. So for example, we know that the binary equivalent of 0 is 0, 0, 0, 0 if we consider 4 bits. So if it is all zeros, then all the LEDs would be off. And then the binary equivalent of 1 is 0, 0, 0, 1. That means the last LED should turn on, which will represent the 1. And the binary equivalent of 2 is 0, 0, 1, 0. That means this second LED should turn on and all the others should stay off. So similarly, we will display all the numbers from 1 to 15 using the 4 LEDs. So 15 would be 1, 1, 1, 1. That means all the LEDs should be on. Okay, and we will be displaying the numbers from 1 to 15, and between each numbers we will give a delay of 1 second. And after all the numbers are displayed, that means when we reach 15, then we will give a delay of 2 seconds and we will start again from 1. That is what we want to achieve here. Alright, so the connections are the same like the previous experiment that we have discussed in the previous lecture. We have connected our 4 LEDs to the GP pins 2, 3, 4 and 5, and all the cathodes of the LEDs are connected via resistors to a common ground. Alright, so now let us look at the code and see how we can write the code to achieve this. Alright, now coming to the code, you can see that first of all we have declared a constant integer called num LEDs, which is equal to 4, and this represents the number of LEDs that we have as usual. And we have declared a static integer array called ARR, and the number of elements in this array can be up to 4. Now what is this array used for? We will see as we move ahead. And here we have the usual array that we always declare, the constant integer type array called GPIO pins, and it has the values 5, 4, 3, 2, which are the GPIO pins to which our LEDs are connected. And notice that I have written this GP pins in the reverse order. So in all the experiments that we have seen so far, I was writing like 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it was. But here, notice that I have written this in reverse order. Now, why is it written in reverse order? We will see its significance as we move ahead. Alright, now coming to the void setup function, as usual, we run a loop using the LED variable, which goes from 0 to less than num LEDs, and using that we are setting all the LEDs as output. So we say pin mode GPIO pins of LED, and LEDs will go from 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is GPIO pins of 0, this is 1, 2 and 3, and all of them are set as output. Okay, and also we are setting all the LEDs to low, or we are turning them off initially. So that is why we write a digital write function here and say that GPIO pins of LED low. So all the LEDs in this loop itself, all the LEDs will be set as low. So initially all of them will be off. We just want to make that sure, and that is why we are doing this. Now coming to the loop function, let's see what we have in our loop function. So in the loop function, as you can see, I am running another for loop inside it, which goes from I is equal to 1 to I less than or equal to 15. Now why is this? This is because we want to display all the numbers from 1 to 15 in binary format. So that is why I am running a loop from 1 to 15. And what happens inside this loop? Let's see. We can see that I am calling a user-defined function called binary LEDs, passing this variable I as a parameter. Now what is the function of this binary LEDs? It is defined here and we will see what it is used for. So remember, we are calling the function here and passing the integer I to it. In the first iteration of the loop, I will be equal to 1, so 1 will be passed. In the second iteration, 2 will be passed, and in the third, 3 will be passed, and so on. At the last iteration, 15 will be passed into this binary LEDs function. And then we have given a delay of 1000 milliseconds here, and outside the loop there is a delay of 2000 milliseconds. We'll come to the delay, but before that, let's see what happens when we call this binary LEDs function. Now coming to the binary LEDs function, here you see that the return type is void, and it takes the parameter num, which is of the type integer. So whenever we are passing this I, it will be coming to this num. And here we see that there is a for loop that runs from I is equal to 0 to 4 or I less than 4. So it will be from 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and why are we using this for loop? We are using this for loop because we are having 4 LEDs. We have 4 positions that we need to find the values for. So that is why 0, 1, 2, 3, the 4 positions. Now, you see, we are making use of the array that we declared here, this array called ARR. Now, in the first iteration, what happens? ARR of 0, I will be equal to 0. ARR of 0 is equal to num modulo 2. So why are we doing this? We are doing this because if you recall, how do we convert a decimal number to a binary number? We have the decimal numbers from 1 to 50 and each of them has to be converted to binary values. So when you convert a number from decimal to binary, how you usually do is you will be dividing that number by 2. You will be noting down what is the remainder, and then after division, the quotient that you get will again be divided by 2. And again, you will note down what is the remainder, and you keep on doing that until it becomes 0. And all the reminders that you have noted down will be written from bottom to top. And that is the equivalent binary number for the decimal value. So we are trying to do the same thing here. So here we see that in this ARR array, we are trying to store the reminders when we divide by 2. So it is num modulo 2 and the remainder will be stored in this array. And in the next line, we are actually dividing the number to get the quotient. So in num, we store num divided by 2. And then we check if ARR of I equal to 1. That means we are checking if the remainder that we have stored is equal to 1. And if it is equal to 1, that means we have to turn on that particular LED. So GPIO pins of I or whatever it is will be turned to high. Digital write GPIO pins of I is set to high if that remainder is equal to 1. Else it will be set as low. That means it will not turn on. So that is what we are trying to do here. Now one more question that we have to answer is, why did we write the array in reverse order? Why did we mention the elements of this array in reverse order? Why did we write 5, 4, 3, 2? That is because if you remember, when we are converting a number from decimal to binary, like we said, after we get all the reminders, we write the reminders from bottom to top. So we will have to write a logic to also reverse that reminders that we get and write it from bottom to top so that we get the correct binary value. So in order to avoid doing that, we made sure that we have written our elements in the array already in reverse order so that whenever the equivalent is displayed in these LEDs, they are already displayed in the correct order. So let me explain using an example. For example, let's say that 1 is passed here. For the first iteration, decimal value 1 is passed here. So it comes to the binary LEDs. So num is equal to 1. So this array is going to run from 0 to 3. So ARR of 0 in the first iteration is equal to num, which is 1 modulo 2. The remainder is equal to 1. Okay. And num equal to num divided by 2. That is 1 equal to 1 divided by 2. So it becomes 0 here. And here we check if ARR of I, which is ARR of 0, is equal to 1. If it is equal to 1, then we have to turn on the LED. We find that it is equal to 1. It was equal to 1. So we are turning on which LED? GPIO pins of I is set to high. What is GPIO pins of I? GPIO pins of I is GPIO pins of 0. What is GPIO pins of 0? GPIO pins of 0 is LED number 5. Which is LED number 5? Let's see. It is this. Now, which is this? It is this particular LED. So this will be turned on. And we know the binary equivalent of 1 is 0, 0, 0, 1. So that this will turn on. So we see that since we have written this array in this reverse order, because of that, whenever it is displayed here, it is displayed in the correct order how we want the binary equivalent to be displayed. So that is why we have written the array in reverse order. Alright, now let's see what happens after this is executed. Then we see for the next iteration, I will become 1 and ARR of 1 is equal to num divided by 2 again. So we said that num has already become 0. So in all the other divisions, we are going to get 0 itself. Reminder will always be 0. So ARR of 1, 2 and 3 will all be 0, and because of that all of them will be set to low. So these 3 LEDs will be set as low and only this will turn on. So similarly it will happen for all the other values from 1 to 15. So here once this function is executed, it will go back to the loop here, and where was it called? It was called here. So here after this it will give a delay of 1000 milliseconds. Then the next iteration of this loop will continue where I will become 2 and then binary LEDs will be called passing 2 as a parameter, and again for 2 we'll be doing the division, finding the remainder, and we'll be turning on the particular LED again. So that will continue again and again and again, and once it reaches 15 this loop will break and we give a delay of 2000 milliseconds. And after that, since this is in the void loop function, it will again continue from 1. So that is how we will be able to display the numbers from 1 to 15 in binary form. So I hope you have understood this. Let us run the simulation and see if it is working as expected. So you can see this is 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. And now there is a delay of 2 seconds and it is going to continue from 1 again. 1, 2, 3 and so on. It will continue till 15 again, and this loop is going to keep on running. So that is how we can write the code for displaying the numbers from 1 to 15 in binary format using the 4 LEDs. So I hope this was clear to you. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.